Hello, beloved cosmic familia, and welcome back to this channel. In this video, in the beginning, I'm going to be going over some channeled messages that I've had written down. These particular messages, we're going to be time hopping all the way back to July of 2018. Whoa, Nelly. So I'm going to go through these channeled messages, and you will know if, as we leap back forward into the present, whether or not any of this resonates with you. We're going to light some Palo. And say a quick prayer so that I'm messing up, so that I may communicate more clearly as we continue. Here we go. Source of all that is, was, and will ever be. I thank you today and each and every day for all that you do and all that you do through me. I call upon you at this time to guide me in summoning the ascended masters, prophets, and prophetesses from within, and Archangel Michael for guidance and protection. Please surround us in your light of protection throughout our day, be at our side, and guide our words and actions to come from a place of love. Please clear our energy and vibration completely of negative thoughts and beliefs, releasing fears and self-limiting beliefs, helping us to fully and completely experience love, light, and joy that is present in every moment, and guide our path for our highest and greatest good. Please give us the courage and strength necessary for us to face all of the challenges that are before us right now. Wrap us in your mighty wings and protect us from harsh negative energies. Thank you for always being there for us. So it is, so it is, so it is. Alright, so into the channeled messages first, and then we are going to tap into the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. Here we go. Continuing to remain strong no matter what you're up against, because even with the emphasis of a delay, you will prevail boldly with a newfound strength to build up your standards and aim higher. Your main obstacle was constant reflection on childhood, creating a wedge due to only seeing past joys and obstacles. And it has give way certain joys that you have outgrown and higher levels of awareness to pass on. More in tune to power and love, so you may move up and reap the rewards in alignment with your own aspirations of divine light. And what is helping is merging into the fast lane, continuing with full vengeance due to being in majority prepared for the challenges ahead. Bearing the crown of hope, you spend ample time in contemplation as you travel the astral planes for providence and security of your near future. And how progress could be made? There is still triumph to the greatest degree. I see strength, courage, and applied abilities coming to play. As long as you let go of all your presumptuous beliefs and know that no one is out to get you, and overcoming such delusion will open the doors to new prosperities. Where you are, you're in a process of deep manifestation, yet you've been tending to your own garden. By the looks of it, you are doing better than you think. Your eye for detail is paying off. The correct path. You're on stable ground and have created a secure environment that has possibly left others feeling defeated, but you don't seem to mind them walking away. Yet I see you still showing empathy by picking up all the remnants, while knowing there is always going to be high wind obstacles in life. Instead of dropping your guard, you enjoy the breeze that has been created by that what seems to be whirlwinds to others. Main obstacles. There aren't as many obstacles to deal with as victory is rising above the challenges with grace and keeping a smile upon your face. You're still stubborn in some ways, but a steady reciprocity has pruned out unnecessary discernments. What is helping is stepping back and delaying changes has helped you become more determined and firm in decision making processes, but unchangeable in some ways, even with the pruning of unnecessary discernment. How progress can be made. Keep quiet and stop barking at the world so much. Silence can be golden. Your light of hope and abundance can be seen without the fire hosing and undue critique, although in some cases it is necessary more so to leave the haters out in the cold in order to move towards success. What is crowning? Triumphs seeming to always be present in the lives of the collective, even when we try to convince ourselves that it's all fantasy and false hope. We leave the haters out in the cold in order to move towards success or raising our standards in order to bring back exciting challenges in our lives. Our ability to see success in failures has brought us to the forefront of abundance and strengthened our eye for detail and desire for substance in our lives. There are still some unsettled disputes in our life that we are unable to move away from, primarily in our vocations just yet, but with our innate ability to stand like a redwood tree or stand like an oak in the core of numerous disasters has depleted our fear of our surroundings. Every fall is painful and makes us more aware of our true enemy and the balancing act of progress, even with adversities. Insatiable desires for what others have seems to have contributed in the past to some means of your delayed changes in your life, possibly illusions towards where you actually stand with finances and your career choices. Heartache and keeping it well hidden from others has shown you that although you have manifested so much with integrity and intense observation, not all that glimmers on the other side of the coin is pure gold. You know who you're talking to, you know who you pray to, and despite your constant awareness of destructive forces around you, you also comprehend that who you pray to is far more mighty than your enemies. The storms have been brewing for a long time and come toward you in threes, but like a day of scattered showers, 3 is like a sign that communication needs improving. And that ache in your heart may be the blessing in disguise as it has forced you to take a step back, rest, and reevaluate what you're willing to let go of in order to keep the continuous flow of divine guidance in your favor. You see all relationships as assets versus debt or burden and present because even the struggles in life seem to offer some sort of lesson and new blessings. Your love of money has always been a huge motivator for you, yet every battle and then every silent moment in between has transitioned that love towards the greater good in many ways, and this is how our grounded earth signs and anywhere in our chart seem to prevail. Otherwise, for the entire collective, if you don't have earth anywhere in your chart, the energy is there as it is crowning and was crowning during this time and could still be very much so a part of your present storyline. Either way, it's a success packed with divine blessings. No matter your movement, you will always have to let go, leave the negative energy out in the cold in order to continue forward with your vibrant banner of perfect contentment. Things are finally coming together, and you are well armed and prepared as you move on towards a more stable environment that is more about family and integrity, knowing no matter where you go now, you are cared for in reciprocity, well protected as you navigate through changes, and hold more sacred with a welcomed overcast to veil your next aspiration of goals and just move in silence. Through many sacred mirrors, you will see that your lack of putting any work towards much of anything has been somewhat burdensome. Ego has played a harsh role, and by moving away from all that no longer serves you, the burden of laziness and lack of ambition will gradually be lifted. All right. So, we are going to touch on it'll stand out to me in a moment. There has been a lot of negative energy and darkness lingering, possibly the effects of little to no activity in our lives lately. Lack of fairness, equal give and take, has left situations somewhat turbulent in the recesses of your mind, but there is help. A recent confrontation left you feeling defeated in all fairness due to lack of effort and unused talent, creative intelligence. Someone seeing your struggles but feels in order for you to improve, you must get back on your feet and start living your truth again. So we're going to touch on these confrontations in all fairness and what we can do to get back on our feet. Let's go into the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. Here we go. Recent confrontations. Tell us more, please, about these recent confrontations. We have the Two of Pentacles. It has left life feeling like somewhat of a balancing act here. This also speaks on equal give and take, but the good news is, in the background, it may seem like rough sailing, but your ships are coming in, beloveds. So this confrontation has been, for the majority of the collective, pertaining to the conversation of equal give and take here. But if you have been the alleged if you have been the alleged issue, if you have been the one struggling to bring in on a more eye-to-eye level, good news is your ships are coming in for you, beloveds. The opportunity for you to be able to be at eye level is coming in for you. Tell us more, please, about these confrontations. And we had the Ace of Swords turning over inside of the deck upside down. So you haven't been living in your truth, beloveds. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. But you're no longer losing sleep over this. So I'm already seeing progress. And as I told you, your ships are coming in. Your opportunity to provide equal give and take is coming in for you. The moment that you start embracing and living in your most authentic truth, which you're not losing sleep. So it seems as though you're already moving past it. And as I say that, out comes from the bottom of the deck the Five of Swords. Yes. Resolving these conflicts, taking action to resolve these conflicts. All right. Here we go. Tell us more about these confrontations, please. The majority of you have already dealt with a confrontational aspect and you're walking away, but you're walking towards these opportunities coming in for you. You're going your way, they're going theirs. Tell us more about these confrontations, please. We have the Seven of Cups. Oh boy. Not knowing which way is up here, I see. So, with this card, what's standing out to me the most is this cup right here. It has the victory wreath inside of it, but it also has a skeleton. So this is a warning here to not be celebrating too soon. That is what I'm getting. It's as though you still have some healing of your own to do here with all that green right there. Opening up, you are opening up your sacred heart and healing simultaneously from these confrontations. And we have the Hanged Man turning over inside the deck as I shuffled. It too is in reverse. Struggling to see things from a bit of a different perspective is what I'm getting. It's as though you have already awakened to something. You have already awakened. Some kind of epiphany came through for you amidst this confrontation. Whether it was something that was said or just something that came in more on an intuitive level during this confrontation. And the need for more patience as you face this cup that stood out the most to me during this particular session. Focus more on the process of healing and expanding that sacred heart versus the finish line, the end goal. There is a need for you to step outside of the norms here a bit more and realize that you are not going to find the solution in the same space that the confrontation was created. Here we go. Tell us a bit more. We have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. I'm getting for the majority of you, this is about money issues. Like the struggle is real here. It's about money. It's about the need to start investing in yourself as well, so that you have the stamina so that you have the confidence to move forward without any fear of losing what you have already worked so hard for. And for some of you, these money issues are creating some kind of threat in a way that you feel as though if that threat is honored, you're going to be the one taking the biggest loss here. So this is a message to not allow your fears to get in the way of taking action in terms of that equal give and take. All right, one more shuffle, and then we will move on. Tell us just a bit more about these confrontations, please. We have the King of Swords. I'm already reading this like it's a person. And I'm not so sure that this person is you. This is someone coming through who is unbiased. Someone coming through who is unbiased to guide you in your decision making. And I'm hearing what's fair is fair all the way around. Like a mediator of some kind, but somebody who also stands on professionalism. So you don't have to worry about any advice, any gifts of advice being delivered to you without tact. This is someone who is balanced. Who is going to guide you in weighing your emotions pertaining to these confrontations you have been dealing with. And as I do a split, I have the Six of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. Very good. I'm actually feeling the need to place them a little bit differently, because as you accept this advice, That energy is the type of energy that you need to put the wind in your sails, so to speak. I know it's a canoe, it's not a sailboat. Just think of the analogy here, okay? Because this is air here. And you need that bit of turbulence to get you. You needed that bit of turbulence to get you going and moving towards your Wheel of Fortune. Over here, when you make landfall, there's something significant about that. Whether it's like literal in the physical world, you'll be traveling in order to initiate this, what I'm seeing as a very well endowed opportunity for you here, especially in terms of finances. And the Griffin is really standing out to me at this time, because they are the ones blocking the tip of the sword of this chimera sitting at the top of the wheel. It's like you may be at the top of the wheel, but I'm still above you. And this doesn't necessarily say, oh, that they are better. It's just that they have ascended to a higher frequency and are able to block what I'm hearing is dirty money. So you are being protected now from dirty offers in terms of your good fortune coming in for you. Yes. Moving towards calmer waters. It doesn't necessarily mean even ditching the person that you're having these confrontations with. It's more about moving towards your purpose and understanding that sometimes you have to root yourself elsewhere, outside of your comfort zone, even, in order, it's like I'm hearing taking the risk to reap the reward here, so to speak. And the wheel, of course, this is all Archangel Michael coming in. Archangel Michael has entered the building here. They are our supreme protector. And they will guide us through these changes. So, this energy speaks altogether on calling upon a higher power or a professional, put it where it fits, to guide in the next steps, especially if it's connected to your life purpose and your spiritual path. Beneficial new opportunities. Being guided to take the leap with the knowledge that everything is going to work out for you. You just have to get going here. Yes, rapid advancement with that combination. 6 to 10-fold rapid advancement is what I just heard. So you're going to be doing better than ever once you heal through that grief that occurred during these confrontations. Moving on. Every time I see this card, I hear the winds of change blowing. And it's a favorable one. It's a good time as ever to make changes, especially in your vocation. But again, some of you're going to have to leave home, whether it's for a temporary travel or otherwise. You're going on a trip, but that trip is going to expand your worldview as well as your opportunities to benefit and create and provide that equal give and take. And sometimes this means the need to accept the guidance of others in the process. Excuse me. So let's touch on going back through my channeled messages here. Someone coming in who's on your side and wanting you to know that with proper discipline in your craft, there is a full cup waiting for you from the divine. Deciding on your craft and becoming profoundly obsessed. Realizing your gift and using it to reflect that fairness and discipline into those who wish to see it. Those who don't may be divinely or lovingly reminded that they can keep what resonates and leave the rest for those who it is meant for. Your ability to upcycle your moments in isolation, to pull yourselves out of these depressive states, will certainly be a contributing factor. Our emotions could very well be our biggest obstacles, and certainly high on self-awareness and empathy towards others, no matter the sacrifice. It can be exhausting, but no matter the sacrifice of our sacred intuitions and energies, the captivity that we created by becoming reclusive as the preparation of arms entangled with rounds of crisis and forced self-intervention has allowed us to turn these necessary milestones into building blocks for our seat at the table of divine light and leadership. A realized passion. Tell us a bit more, Source, about these realized passions for the collective, please. One more shuffle. And here we go. Oh! That took no time at all, and it hit the floor. So that means the Seven of Swords is coming to your door like a thief in the night. Except they're not going to be taking anything from you. Something significant about that red hat. So we are going to speak on it. Symbolizing, beloveds, ranking, particularly of a cardinal in the Catholic Church in terms of religion. Oh, but it goes way deeper than that, beloveds. As the red hat has long been a symbol of freedom. And although this isn't the Fool card, I just heard packing light. Being a revolutionary visionary, I just heard. A revolutionary visionary. Trying to protect ourselves from society's consequences, such as ridicule. But you're not losing anything. Nor are you stealing anything. You are moving away. I'm getting avoiding carelessness. Then we also have the King of Wands in the reverse, though, at the bottom. So, way more going on than just moving away from the carelessness. But something tells me that that carelessness is associated with the shadow people in the background. I'm hearing that they are not of the light. They have light, but they have some issues to work out. And in the meantime, that light is more dim. It does not make you better than them. Not one iota. As a matter of fact, with that King of Wands in reverse, anything that you would have to contribute towards the person creating these conflicts or initiating the confrontations, there's nothing that we could say or do at this point to make a difference. So what it looks like is moving on. It's like taking your golden, although this is silver, it's like taking on your bits of creativity and taking them with you. And organizing it so that it can allow you to be more innovative. You're not quite there yet, but you have to take your tools and materials and basically, I'm hearing, take what God gave you and what your mama gave you and make the best of what you have. And then you will be able to step into leadership and inspire others to do the same. And this is showing that you have not received that advice yet. or you have received it and you're ignoring it. Even though something has already told you, you know enough to get away from the shadow. But some of it you're not taking seriously enough to fully integrate it just yet. But the ambition is there. The ambition is there. And behind that, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Strength card. And then, lo and behold, that figure 8 comes out again. And we had the figure 8 on the Two of Pentacles. So that tells me that as soon as we go over the energy of this card, we are going to draw this message to a close. With that Strength card and the infinity symbol showing back up to wrap things up, we're going to speak a bit on the Strength card and the number 8. This is the year of 888. 2024 added together comes to 8. Patience. More than that, because the majority of us have been practicing patience for a long time, and it was our number one principle to learn and master in this lifetime. But how many of you have been holding back and being a bit stubborn instead of extending forgiveness? The more we say, oh, I extend forgiveness and pray blessings over blah, 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 except for. As soon as you say except for, you're blocking your own blessings. When you're actually being guided to thank those experiences, the people, places, and things, extend your forgiveness, and then look upon those challenges as opportunities to learn from it and integrate that voice of authority and advice coming in. Choosing your battles and your words more wisely, as some of you may have contributed to the most heated parts of those confrontations. And instead of powering through it, you're being guided to take a more compassionate approach. As this lion is not only a symbol of strength, it is a symbol of gentleness. Integrating those lessons is what allows us to grow from our experiences. And furthermore, with all that green, I'm hearing and expanding that sacred heart. Have strength and know that you have the support, especially if you were worried about finances. As this is the energy coming in for us to help us with our day-to-day needs, home, clothing, other opportunities that have showed up for us, where some, again, in the collective may actually have to venture away from home and move towards that wheel of fortune. Right there. And these kings are not competing with each other at all. They are not competing with each other. If anything, I'm getting that one of them is you and the other is either the other person on the other side of these confrontations, or the person coming in for you to show support, or you are the person coming through to show support for someone who has been dealing with a confrontation, or showing more support for the person you were having a confrontation with. And that's what I have for you, beloveds. And your strength and your effectiveness. And I just heard your infectiousness in a very good way will shine through, just like the softness of your spiritual core. All you have to do is change your mind. Thank you so very much, beloveds. I hope these messages find you well. I appreciate you. If you made it this far, do please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you're always informed of any new updates on this channel. Happy Wednesday! And beloved Cosmic Familia Collective, brightest blessings.